the trial's upsetting you?
Cass is making my family sound awful.
Jason did have a dark side, Josie.
Because people didn't understand him, Matt. People like Cass and your...
My mom. They didn't really get along too well, did they?
Yeah, no wonder she hates me.
You are not your uncle.
Matthew, if your mother held a grudge for that many years against my uncle, she probably won't forgive me for those parties until I'm a grandmother.
My mom is fair. She's cautious, but she's fair. All mothers are. It's part of their upbringing.
If we get married...
When? When we get married?
Oh, come on, Matt. Your mother will probably block tackle me on the way up the aisle.
She just wants us to wait.
Oh, it's not easy. I just wish we could go away together.
That could be arranged.
No, it's just wishful thinking. Besides, my mom needs me. So how far would this guy go?
Cass is Felicia's best friend.
Well, are they doing it?
Are they what?
Are they an item?
No. Cass is engaged to Nicole Love.
Oh, yeah? I saw her. Well, this Cass is a real social climber, huh?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Well, he seems to have a lot of friends in high places.
There are a lot of people who like Cass. He's known to be intensely... Well, let's just say that he wouldn't back away from a risk, especially if it involved a friend.
Yeah, well, if you ask me, he should have backed a little farther away from this gallant thing.
He wouldn't do that.
Well, he is going to mess up. You watch. And in the meantime, the creep owes me a pair of stockings. I mean, but you look at this. These are shut. They're going right down my leg.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm gonna do some investigating on my own.
What kind of investigating?
I don't know. Once I get started, you can't stop me.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, well, that Winthrop, he can grandstand all he wants, but I'm gonna get the facts.
Good for you.
And my uncle may not have been much, but he didn't deserve to get bumped off. And I came to this town to avenge his death, and I'm not leaving until I accomplish that, John. You mark my words. You just mark my words.
I will.
Tell Charlene not to worry. I've upset her by coming here, but this will be the last time.
Something tells me you don't believe a word of that.
I do know what you're going through.
And you understand.
The feelings. Yes, I know all about that. And you will too.
What if I can't take it, Donna?
You have to take it. You promised Victoria. This is all your own fault, Jake.
Just like it was your fault when you had Marley and Vicky. Just like it was your fault when they took one of them away from you and you had to pretend like the other one was your sister.
I was grateful that I could be with her at all. And I still felt the same feelings of pride and joy that a mother feels.
Never knew.
But I did. And I was watching over her the whole time and loving her.
It's not the same thing, Donna. That's not the same thing.
Why? Because she couldn't call me Mummy? Because I couldn't tell people that she was mine? It didn't mean that we loved each other any less.
It shouldn't have been that way, Donna.
No, it shouldn't have been. But it was. It was done so as not to cause a scandal, but it's different in your situation.
Oh, you're right. What are you trying to say?
Jake, if you pursue this, you will cause Marley irreparable damage.
That's what Vicky says.
Victoria's right. You're the baby's godfather. You're the baby's uncle. If by some remote chance you happen to be his father, you'll be nearby. You'll have a hand in raising him. And you will be protecting Marley.
I have thought about this a million times, and it always comes back to the same thing. How can I stand by and do nothing?
You don't have any choice.
You okay?
Yeah, where's John?
Taking a walk. Said he needed to think about a few things.
Yeah, well, I know what things.
Where's Matthews?
Yeah, he keeps showing up here. I don't know why.
Want a quick lecture on the birds and the bees?
No, it is not that. It's not that, or not anymore. I don't know, I just think he wants to... I think he wants to get a little of his own back. Just can't forget.
What?
I'm sure that your mama has told you about my days in L.A.
Yeah. So what?
Now, don't say so what. It's followed me around all of my life.
You know, that is what really gets me. If a man did the same thing you did after his wife or lover died, everybody'd be saying, great, let him get it out of his system.
You know, the first time I took money from someone, I went numb. And then I thought of the food that it could buy, the rent it could pay.
Yeah, he did. But you know what? That's all over now. And you have a terrific guy and a beautiful daughter.
Vietnam is what brought John and I together. It nearly destroyed both our lives, you know that. So how can I tell him that while he was over there fighting, while he was over there risking his life, I was taking money from a bunch of boys stateside?
You are doing it to yourself again.
I cannot let it ruin what we have. I can't do it. I can't do it. I won't.
Well, then...
We've worked too hard for it, Frankie.
Don't tell him. I mean, there is no law that says you have to tell everybody everything all the time, right?
What?
The way I see things is, if it doesn't do any good to tell anybody something, just keep your mouth shut and enjoy yourself. Life is too short, right?
How'd you get to be so smart, Frankie?
Guess it comes from seeing a lot of people do a lot of strange things. And if there's one thing that teaches you, it's not to be a judge.
Bless your heart.
Yeah. Well, you never know when you could be in the same place, right?
Well, does this mean you're not mad at me anymore?
Let's make a deal. Let's forget about all of our mistakes. Let's make all of that history and put it in the past.
Wait a minute. How come the change of heart here?
Can I be a woman of mystery?
You can be anything you want.
I want to be yours. Right now.
Oh.
Come on.
Wait just a second.
What?
I have something I have to tell you.
What?
I went to see Iris.
You did?
I told her to lay off. I don't want her bothering you anymore.
You didn't have to tell me that.
I didn't?
No. I have the feeling that Iris is not going to be hurting us anymore. And I think we should concentrate on us.
Okay.
Iris? The chief?
Hard to believe, I know.
Mac almost lost his company. And then there was all that stuff with Amanda. Mac almost went to jail.
No, I kept trying to think why she might do it.
Gosh. You just think about it for a few minutes, it makes perfect sense.
When she left Bay City and went to Texas, she and Mac weren't on very good terms, right?
Wasn't on good terms with anybody.
So maybe she wanted to come back to town a hero.
Her timing was so perfect, I kept wondering about that.
She set it all up so that Mac was on the verge of disaster, and all she had to do was ride in and ride to the rescue.
Showing her undying devotion and her love.
And saving her daddy.
Trying to push me out of the picture once again.
It makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
I knew she was up to something. But this is pretty low. This is pretty low even for Iris.
Rachel, I need your help.
Yeah, to do what?
Verify that she is the chief.
You let me handle this.
By yourself?
I will find out, believe me.
All right, and I'll try to find out what Jason knew.
Cass.
What?
I need a favor from you.
Okay, what?
You can't use this information yet.
Why not?
For Mac. This will devastate Mac.
You're not going to tell him?
I have to know more. Please just keep it out of the courtroom, okay?
I'll be questioning Iris about Jason.
I need time. It's for Mac, please.
Well, I'll wait as long as I can, but I can't promise that...
I've got to figure it out. He loves her. I'm not sure what this will do to him.
All right, I'll do what I can. I'll do my best.
Thank you. Man, I can't believe this. I didn't think she could surprise me anymore.
Rachel was in some hurry.
Yeah, I hope she's not making a big mistake. Okay there, Reuben, we got work to do.
Okay. Can't do while I eat.
Where are those copies of the papers found in Jason's safe?
Right here. Hold on.
And Stacy, any word on Derek?
Her last name, maybe.
Well, that's good news. What is it?
I think it's Derek Dane.
It's Josie's birth certificate. This is weird.